Hi students, this is main lesson 4. In the last 3 lessons we have defined the 6 inverse trigonometric functions. In this lesson onwards, let us study the properties. The first property is this. See, in the case of functions and inverse functions, you have seen this one. If you take any function which is invertible, f of f inverse is always identity function. That means whenever you take f of f inverse of x, you get x. So this is the similarly the other one is also correct. F inverse of x is also x. You get identity function. So this is the basic property of inverse function, any inverse function. Similarly here, then we can list these properties. See, the first one is sine inverse of sin x, cos inverse of cos x, then tan inverse of tan x, and cosecant inverse of cos x, cosecant x, then secant inverse of secant x, and cot inverse of cot x. But the problem is here, if you write x, it is correct, but there are conditions, because as it is, the trigonometric functions are not bijective. First we made them bijective and then we defined inverse. Therefore here conditions are there. So here the condition is, this must be first bijective function. It is bijective function only when it is, the domain is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the condition here is, if x belongs to this one, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, that is principal value branch. Same thing here, x belongs to 0 to pi. So you can remember the domain and then you can write. Here x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Then here x belongs to domain of this one is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then minus 0. So similarly here x belongs to 0 to pi, then minus pi by 2. And here it is x belonging to 0 to pi. So these are the conditions. And sometimes questions will be asked. For example, what is sine inverse of sine x, they ask, but x purposely it is given outside. In that case, we have to use the property and then you have to find. Of course, I don't want to solve the question today. Let us take the question in the related lessons. So, but you have to remember this as a property. The other one is also correct. For example, I can also write sine of sine inverse x, this is also x only. Then cos of cos inverse x, this is also x. Then tan of tan inverse x, this is also x. Then cosecant of cosecant inverse x, cosecant inverse x, this is also x. Then secant of secant inverse x, this is x. And last one, cot of cot inverse x, this is also x. But here of course I can write, here it is minus 1 to 1, here also minus 1 to 1, here x is r, here x is r minus open interval 1, r minus open interval minus 1 to 1, here x is r. So this is the way you have to remember. So this is actually the first property. The second one is, in the case of trigonometric function, the three trigonometric functions are reciprocal to three trigonometric functions. For example, sine x is same as 1 by cosecant x. Similarly, cos x is same as 1 by secant x. Other way also correct. And tan x or cot tan x is same as 1 by cot x. This you have seen by definition. Now same way we can ask this question, what is the relationship between sine inverse x and cosecant inverse x? What is the relation? So sometimes students generalize, since sine x is same as 1 by cosecant x, Sin inverse x is same as 1 by cosecant inverse x. That is wrong. So you cannot do that way. We have to prove the property. So but anyway, there is a relation between sin inverse x and cosecant inverse x. So the first set of property is this. So you write first property, or you can write property 1. Property 1 is sin inverse 1 by x equal to cosecant inverse x. Here it is reciprocal, 1 by x, here x. And similarly, so this is 1. Similarly, second one is cos inverse 1 by x equal to secant inverse x. And the third one, tan inverse 1 by x equal to cot inverse x. Here what is the condition? See, every time when you give the formula, it is not valid for all, because the function should be first defined. So here the condition is, of course, you can also write r minus 1 to 1. This is one thing. Or you can also write mod x more than or equal to 1. This is also correct. Same thing here also, either this or this. Here, of course, this is valid only for positive. So these are the three. And remember, property should be remembered as a set. You don't write property 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It will be totally 15 or 16 properties. Very confusing. If you understand them together, it is very easy. So this is the first set of properties. So we can prove them. So let us prove a few of them. Similar questions you can also try. So let me take the first one. So first one is, I have to show sin inverse 1 by x is same as cosecant inverse x. Condition is mod x more than 1. That means this r minus open interval minus 1 to 1. Now let sin inverse 1 by x equal to, let us say, a. And one more thing is it 1 by x sin inverse defined? Yes, because when mod x is more than 1, 1 by x will be definitely between minus 1 to plus 1. So this is well defined. So this definitely implies mod x more than or 1 implies minus 1 less than x less than 1. Sorry, minus 1 by x less than 1 less than 1. Therefore, definitely I can take this. So by definition, 1 by x will be equal to sin a. Therefore, this. So, therefore, x will be equal to, therefore, 1 by sin a. But 1 by sin a is cosecant a. So, now, mod x is more than 1. Therefore, definitely I can say cosecant inverse x must be equal to a. So now look here, this let us say 1, this is 2. A is sin inverse 1 by x, that is also equal to cosecant inverse x. Therefore, from 1 and 2, definitely we can say that sin inverse 1 upon x is same as cosecant inverse x. So this is the property. Exactly same way you can try the second one. What you have to do is cos inverse 1 by x equal to a, and condition is mod x more than or equal to 1 means definitely 1 by x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Therefore 1 by x equal to sin a, cos a, etc. exactly same. So let me not do these two. This you can try yourself. This is the first set. Now let us take the second set. Second set is this. See, in the always you should compare both direct trigonometric functions and its inverse. See, in the last year formula we have seen this one. Sine of minus x is minus sine x, and cos of minus x is not minus cos x, but it is cos x only. Similarly, we have other properties. Tan of minus x is minus tan x. So these are the properties we studied last year under allied angles. Now similarly here, what is sine inverse of minus x and cos inverse of minus x is etc. we can find. So the first set, so let me take it as property 2. So this is the first set. Here also in each set there are sometimes 3, sometimes 2 depending on the case. So the first property is this: 1 sine inverse of minus x equal to minus sine inverse x. This is the first property. Second one is tan inverse of minus x equal to minus tan inverse x. And the third property, cosecant inverse of minus x equal to minus cosecant inverse x. Now, condition once again, of course here minus x belongs to minus 1 to 1, here x belongs to r, and here x belongs to r minus 1 to 1. So whatever domain we have to write. Now you may wonder why only these three? What about the remaining? So remaining is property 3, therefore you have to wait. So let us prove this one. So here also, as before, I can prove any one of them. Remaining you can try similarly. So let us take the proof of the first one. Say first one is sine inverse of minus x equal to, I have to show minus sine inverse x. Say, let us take now, of course, condition is x minus 1 less than x less than 1. So, let sine inverse of minus x equal to a. And whenever x is between minus 1 to plus 1, minus x also lies between minus 1 to plus 1 only. So, therefore, minus x will be equal to sine a, because here minus 1 less than minus x less than, this will be actually, when you multiply this one, same, minus 1 less than minus x less than 1 only. So even if you interchange here, this is minus x, this becomes plus 1, this becomes minus 1, but that we can write like this only. So minus x will be equal to sine a. Therefore what I can do is x will be equal to minus sine a. X will be equal to minus n. I take a minus sign this side. But we know that this is equal to sine of minus a. Sine of minus sign is same as sine of minus a. Therefore, now this x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Definitely sine inverse x must be equal to, therefore, minus a. So let us call once again. Therefore this, now minus I can take here, or minus sine inverse x will be equal to a. So let us take this as 1, this as 2. Now look here, a is sine inverse of minus x and a is minus sine inverse x. Therefore we can say definitely from 1 and 2, sine inverse of minus x equal to minus sine inverse x. So this is the second property. Of course, in the second set there are 3 more. So first set 3, second set 3, totally 6 properties, but we don't call it as 6 properties. One set 3 properties, another set 3 properties. Say for example, if you want to write sine inverse of minus half, I can write minus sine inverse half. So if you use this property, finding principal value of a given trigonometric function in an inverse trigonometric function becomes very simple. So this is the meaning actually. Now let us go further. Third property, I told you we have taken sine inverse, tan inverse and cosecant inverse. Definitely there must be 3 properties related to cos inverse minus x, then secant inverse minus x and cot inverse minus x. So that comes under the third property. So let us take the third property also. So property 3 is this. So property 3, cos inverse of, first one, cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. So this is the change. Therefore, we are taking it under a separate category. Second one is secant inverse minus x is same as pi minus secant inverse x. And the third one is cot inverse minus x is same as pi minus cot inverse x. See how beautifully they are classifying. First three one category, second three another category. So these three pi minus. That is why you see, for example, when you take cos inverse say minus half, what we have to do is pi minus cos inverse half. So you need not worry about the principal value now. So this is pi minus this is pi by 3, this is 2 pi by 3. So once you know the property, any principal value you can do by using this formula, whether it is plus or minus. Now here also let us prove one of them. Remaining two you can try similarly. So let us take the first one. So what is the condition here? Of course, condition here is minus 1 less than x less than 1. Since secant inverse, it is mod x more than or equal to 1. Of course, x is r, x belongs to r. So these are the conditions. Now let us take the first one. So first one is let me write the property first. Cos inverse minus x. I have to show pi minus cos inverse x. Condition is minus 1 less than x less than 1. So let me take, let cos inverse minus x equal to, let us say a once again. Now once again, whenever x lies between minus 1 and plus 1, minus x also lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Therefore definitely I can take minus x equal to cos a. Minus x equal to cos a. Now what I do is I will take x this side. So minus this side. Therefore x will be equal to minus cos a. Now there is a small problem. In case of sine, minus sine a is sine of minus a. But here you can't do that. What you have to do here is now cos of pi minus a. Because cos of pi minus a is minus cos a. Therefore, because it is in the second quadrant, not second quadrant, third quadrant, 180 minus theta. So third quadrant cos is negative. Therefore, this is the formula. Therefore, now we can say cos inverse x must be equal to pi minus a. Pi minus a. So now substitute. Let us say this is 1. So if you substitute here, it is pi minus cos inverse minus x, because our assumption is cos inverse minus x is a. So what you have to do now? Take this left hand side, take this right hand side. Therefore, cos inverse minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Cos inverse x. So this is the proof. Exactly same way you can prove the second one, taking secant inverse minus x equal to a and proceeding further, you get the proof for the second as well as third. Therefore, let me summarize. I have taken one first property, I have not named it as property 1. It is related to inverse and direct function, sine inverse of sine x, etc. So that is not mentioned as a property, but you should remember that. Then the first property is related to 1 by x and x. So they are connecting sine inverse. So first property set is this one, sine inverse 1 by x. This is cosecant inverse x. Second one is same thing, cos inverse 1 by x is same as secant inverse x, and tan inverse 1 by x is same as cot inverse x. And here also, see for example, if you want to say find cosecant inverse 2 is same as sine inverse 1 by 2. So that's the meaning. Same thing, say cot inverse 1 by 3 is same as tan inverse 3. Here they interchange. So reciprocal. So this is the first set. Second one is related to minus, but in minus there are two categories. One is sine inverse, another one is tan inverse, another one is cosecant inverse. These three come under P2. And here direct minus. If you minus here, it is minus. Here minus, it is minus. Here minus, it is minus. But here one is cos inverse, another one is secant inverse, another one is cot inverse. And here if it is minus, minus and minus x, only change is pi minus. Same thing here with minus, but here it is pi minus. So this is how actually you should relate them so that it is easy to remember. So the first set 3, second set 3, third set 3. So these are the totally 9 properties we have studied in this lesson. Let us continue in the next lesson the remaining properties. Only a few properties are remaining. What is important is how do you prove them? Because you see, whenever you want to prove, you have to follow the definition. Without definition, you cannot prove. So you have to practice those proofs. So hope you have understood the nature of the properties and also proof. If you have subscribed my channel, I am very happy. If not, please subscribe and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next lesson, that is ML5, with some more properties. Till then, bye, take care.